What's up? What's up, my people? This is your boy DJ Chase Mode. Um, I'm on my way to church in the morning. I'm kind of early, so I thought I could stop by, before I walk right into the church and just talk about something that's been bothering me or my experiences working with the church body. This is a very controversial topic. A lot of people are opinionated about this topic, and I'm about to have a lot of arguments about this. I'm not posting it for that. I am just posting it for just to let it out there, pretty much. And so let's jump right into it. All right, let's jump right into it. So again, my name is David, also known as Chase Mode. I'm a lot of things. Predominantly, I am a sound engineer. That's what I do for a living, as a career. I own my own sound company, so I do jobs for pretty much anything. If you have an event, I show up, set up, and bring all the good quality production to make your event sound good. I'm also an artist, a musician, and so yeah. Let's stop talking about that. Let's talk about what I got a lot of things in the back of my truck. Anyway, so let's talk about the topic. Why are churches not accepting, or let me say abusing, the people who really make a big impact for their churches? Predominantly, this is for people like me, sound engineers, all the praise and worship leaders, all the piano players, all the instrumentalists in your church. Half of the time, these people, that's what they do. That's what I do for a living, and so I gotta pay my bills. Most of the times, we'll charge to do that, even if it's a church. We will charge because wait a minute. I know what you're thinking about, so let me give you a scenario right now. If you have a roofing problem in your church, what happens is you're going to call a roofing company, and the roofing company will, come fix the roof. And you're going to have to, they're going to bill you and you're going to have to pay them. If you have a plumbing problem in your church, you're going to give the plumber a call, and the plumber will come finish the job, and they will bill you and you're going to pay them. I can keep going on. If you got problems, if a door falls out, you're going to call a handyman or a carpenter. They will come, get the thing fixed up, and once they get your door fixed up, they will bill you. This is what they do. That's their career. So I have had these bad experiences with a lot of churches. I'm not saying this is every church. I've had a lot of churches, and I've just had bad experiences with churches where we have an agreement, right? We have an agreement. You invite me to come and maybe help you with your sound system. Something is wrong with your sound system, and you want me to come and fix it. And this is what you do, is once I finish fixing it, we had an agreement. Most of the times, almost all the times, I will send out an invoice and a contract. I like to be professional. I am a Christian myself, but I believe professionalism is a very important aspect of being a Christian as well. Be a man or a woman of your word. That is very important. I don't have to read the Bible to emphasize on that. I mean, be a man or a woman of your word. If we have an agreement that I'm going to show up at your event and I'm going to do A, B, C, D, I'm going to lead praise and worship for a special service, I am going to minister as a musician, special artist, come and minister at your church, and blah blah blah. You gotta buy my air ticket, and then after you buy my air ticket, this is the honorarium I'm going to ask for this, doing this for you. Half of the time you realize that these people are good for a reason. There's a reason why you're inviting these people to your church. There's a reason why you're doing that. Because you can't find that virtue. You can't find that quality in your church. So you want to outsource it. You want to find somebody who is really good at what they do to come and do it. Now, for someone to be really good at doing what they're doing, they spend a lot of time. No wonder I'm doing this full time. I spend a lot of time online learning and just educating myself. I have a music degree. I want to educate myself in my area so that I can be extremely good. When I just put my hands on your sound desk for 5 minutes, you're going to feel the difference between me being there and your regular volunteer sound engineers. When that artist shows up on the stage, you're going to feel the quality, the spirit moving in them, because they have spent a lot of time sharpening their skills. They've spent a lot of time praying and just becoming better at what they do. So this is to all those people who are I'm just thinking that this is just a game. This is not a game. To all those people who think that that when the people come to your church and they minister and they do all that stuff, that it's a game. It's not a game. These people do this for a living. They want to put their time in it so that when they show up, you're going to appreciate what they do. Now, I'm at a parking lot. Someone is looking at me funny. Anyway, so let's jump right into it. Let's get right down into it. So churches will use the name of Jesus and tell you at the end of the event when you're done, and they want to come and tell you that we don't have enough. So I'm like, excuse me? I have to pay my bills too. What do you mean you don't have enough? Oh, we were supposed to pay you $300, but here's $75. God will provide the rest. Excuse me? We had an agreement. Like, you signed a contract. God will provide the rest. Okay, God always takes care of me. But are you really showing Christ-like character by doing that to somebody? Because you just made someone angry. Because it doesn't matter how born again I am, that would just make me angry, because I came knowing that we have this arrangement. We had the agreement that I do this and I get this, and I show up and it's not like that. And the funny thing is, they're not even apologetic about it. They don't care. I mean, they will tell you that God will provide for you, God will bless you. Man, they will even pray for you. Okay, it's good that you're praying for me, but that's not cool. And you have a lot of people who maybe they're playing keyboard in church, and after that they will just quit that church and go to another church, and the other church will do the same thing to them. And you know what? These people will stop going to church, period. You're making a lot of people bitter for the church. People are becoming so bitter. I have conversations with people when I'm out there, doing, meeting people and stuff. And this is the same conversation we have with musicians. Why do church people, pastors and ministers treat us like we don't do nothing, like we're not important? Mind you, if that musician don't show up, church is not gonna feel like church. They make a big difference. I'm not saying that we have to be there or we are very important. No, I'm just saying, just appreciate the people who make your church flourish. These people make your church look good. The least you can do is appreciate these people. If you have an agreement, Be professional. Be a man and or a woman of your word. If you can't pay me right now, tell me in 2 days I'm gonna put the rest of your money in the bank account. Work something out instead of telling me God will provide. That's not professional. You're making people bitter about the church. People are dropping out of churches. I have a friend of mine who worked at a church, and he's not even a Christian, but he has done a lot of jobs, but the church job, he says, is the worst job he ever worked at, because they know now that they're paying you in their paycheck. Oh man, they're gonna abuse you. I mean, they're going to literally use you, overuse you, just because they're paying you. But let me tell you something, on the flip side, I do secular events, I do a lot of things for universities and colleges. And when I go there, the first thing I show up, someone comes with a little envelope, pays me right away before I even set up, they pay me. They ask if I need anything, if I need help. Man, they'll bring people to help me bring my equipment into the building. When you go to the church, you all by yourself. No one will show up to help you. Yet you gotta be ready on time. If you're not ready on time, someone will come and literally flip on you, completely show their Christ character to you. They will flip on you. They will give you some, not very nice words, and you were in church. I've had people flip at me, and I'm like, I think I'm dreaming. I'm in the church. This is a church event. We're the ones who are supposed to be spreading love to the world, but we're not. We actually the worst. Working for the church is the worst thing that I want to do right now, because I have always been so unappreciated. People will not appreciate what you do. People will just overuse you and assume that that's your obligation, that you're just not supposed to do, to worry about that. You're just supposed to come and do your job, and nobody cares. Nobody will come even give you some water, man. Like, that's what you're doing to people. 0% love, 0% appreciation. The least you can do is just appreciate somebody. And I'm just putting this out there. If you're listening to this and you kind of have had the same situation or the same thing happen to you, please comment down here. Let me see. I just want to see what people have to say about this. I know I'm talking about personal experiences. This has happened to me, not once, not twice, very many times. Please, if you are in a ministry, or you're event organizer, and Christian event organizer, or a church pastor, whatever it is in the church board, and you're listening to this, you need to change. We need to embrace love. We need to communicate with love. If you gotta tell somebody something that's, maybe I don't want you to come and play today, please think about it first. You gotta communicate with love, because people, we are passionate about what we do. I'm passionate about what you do. If you come and talk to me like I ain't nothing, like I'm not even doing something, I'm not even doing anything important, and I have put in a lot of time into it, I am passionate about it, you're going to get me bitter about it. You're going to get me angry. And you don't even come and apologize? Come on, man. We're supposed to be the ones spreading the love of Christ. We are failing, terribly failing. We need to change. This is a wake-up call to everybody. You can listen to this and choose not to change. But I'm telling you, you just think a little bit. Think about your past. Think about how you've talked or communicated with a lot of people in the church, or people who are in the ministry, who are doing, the piano player, the sound man. Think about it for a minute, and think about how many times have you talked to someone in ways that you're not supposed to? How many times have you flipped on somebody instead of just being nice? We're in church. This is the one place that you're supposed to at least pretend to be nice. The people out there in the world, they're nice. Trust me, they're nice. I have received free accommodation. I have received bonuses. People have come and helped me do my job. You're paying me for my job, and they just come and help you. and they don't want anything from me. The people in the world are much, much better than the church body, than the church of Christ. We need to change. It needs to change. To all the pastors, to all everybody, every Christian event organizer listening to this video, I know it's gonna hurt. I know you're going to want to comment something down there that you're not supposed to get paid and stuff, but in the long run, this is just a correction. I am just trying to make the church body have a lot of love. Gotta spread love, man. Gotta spread love. This is your boy, DJ Chase Smoke, from The Dream Entertainment. I hope you heed to my words. Stop treating people like we're not in church. You need to spread love. The love of Christ needs to exist in church. That's the one place that the love of Christ does not exist. It needs to exist. When you preach Jesus in the podium, you need to live Jesus. I don't have to preach. I can preach by my actions. I can preach by my character as a human being, as I engage myself with conversations with other people. I need to have a representation of Christ in that. In my tongue, the words that I talk, I need to have a representation of Christ. Okay? It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the biggest pastor, you could be the biggest preacher in the world, but you cannot have an attitude, talk to people like they're nobody, and go to the podium and expect that God is supposed to just bless you. No, God is not going to bless you for that. You need to preach and leave Jesus. All right? I'm out. If I talk anymore, I'm going to be stepping on people's toes. God bless you guys. DJ Chase Smoke. I am out.